Lord Maximus, welcome to the show. It is July 7th, and this is the MLB Lean Show, hopefully in under 5 minutes. Let's get it. Milwaukee at St. Louis, Mizorowski versus Hunter Dobbins. He was called up from the minors. He's going to get a start today because guess what? St. Louis is hurting for pitchers. We got a doubleheader today in St. Louis. Give me Milwaukee. Mizorowski is head and shoulders above this guy. There's no question about it. As a matter of fact, I think Milwaukee's going to probably sweep today. Going to take both of these doubleheaders. Matthew Boyd versus Shane Baz in Baltimore. It is a little sticky hot kind of weather up here, 33% chance of rain in the Baltimore area. Matthew Boyd has been okay. He's a lefty, and Shane Baz gives up a lot of hits, too many hits to speak of. Give me the first 5 in the Chicago Cubs game, betting on Matthew Boyd and the hot bats of the Chicago Cubs. The over-under sitting at 9.5. That might be something you want to toy with, because Boyd is known to give up a few runs. JT Ginn on the mound against Tarek Skubal. Are we talking about Tarek Skubal, who's 4-4 on the year? 79 degrees in Detroit. This game kicks off at 6:40 p.m. JT Ginn's not been bad, 7-4 on the year with a 3.0 ERA. Tarek Skubal, what are we expecting from him? This seems like a trap, to be honest with you, at minus 188. This has got a clear kind of story that, Detroit at home, Skubal, just a massive pitcher, playing against the A's, who aren't very good. I'm going to fade everything that makes sense in this one, and I'm going to take the A's first 5. It makes no sense. Do some low unit situation there. Be responsible. Atlanta at Pittsburgh. For some reason, Pittsburgh is a minus 168 favorite in this one. Paul Skeens is on the mound. That might have something to do with it, but I'm going to tell you right now, Paul Skeens has not been good. He's got more losses than he does wins, sitting at 6-8 right now for the year. And if you look over at his last few starts, it hasn't been great. I tell you what, he hasn't had a win since May 12th. He's actually 0-6 in his last 9 starts. And against Philadelphia, he got rocked 6 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned runs, 2 home runs, and 2 walks. Not a whole lot of strikeouts, only 5. He's been a little wild lately. Nothing to write home about, but I think he's losing a little bit of his velo, if that's a thing for pitchers. I'm going to lean in the direction of Atlanta here because the bats are greater than Pittsburgh. Moving on, Seattle at Miami. This game is set to over-under of 8. Which should mean we should be able to get Seattle, Miami, first 5 under 3.5 or 4.5. I would be okay taking that. Brian Wu is on the mound against Max Meyer, both very good pitchers, and hopefully they both have a good outing today. I think they both will. New York Yankees at the Tampa Bay Rays. Ian Seymour. He's been a godsend for the Tampa Bay Rays. He should do well against the New York Yankees today. Will Warren, 7-3 on the year. You cannot trust. I know the Yankees won last night, but you can't trust them to do what they're supposed to do day in and day out. This screams first 5 in the direction of Ian Seymour and the Tampa Bay Rays. Houston at Washington. I've got a new theory on this. Bet the overs on Washington always. They score the most runs. They have the worst bullpen. Houston blew a huge 6-1 lead last night. Ended up losing that game to Washington 12-11. Absolutely disgusting. Philadelphia at Cincinnati. We were bamboozled yesterday by Christopher Sanchez, who's been unbelievably good this year, except for yesterday when we needed him. Today, Zach Wheeler is his equivalent, 8-1 on the year. Andrew Abbott also sucks. Philadelphia can hit him and should hit him today. Give me Philadelphia any way you want it. First 5, money line, minus 1.5. It's got to be Philadelphia on the bounce back. Kansas City at New York Mets. Kodai Senga, 0-7 on the year with an 8.66 ERA. That is disgustingly bad. That's basically giving up 1 run every single inning. Well, that's okay when you're playing against Kansas City. New York Mets are favored minus 156, and there's a reason for that. When you see Kodai or any pitcher that's 0-7 with an 8.6 ERA and they are still favored, you better believe it. Give me the New York Mets just on the money line and hope for the best. I don't like betting the Mets. Boston at the Chicago White Sox. Noah Schultz on the mound for the White Sox. Give me Peyton Toll in the first 5. For the most part, he's a pretty good pitcher, and he does have, I want to say he's got some good history. No, almost no history between the Chicago White Sox and himself. But he's a pretty damn good pitcher, and I think that he is going to get it done today. If you look at his last 3 or 4 games, he's except for against Washington, which I understand. He gives up 2 home runs. He did screw around and get 3 walks, but that's the exception. I will say this: even in his now I know he's 1-4 in his last 5, but even in his losses, he's only given up 2 or 3 runs, per game over the previous 6 or 7 or 8 games. This is a classic tale of Boston just not giving him enough run support, and with Chicago White Sox bats not being that great, I could lean on a first 5 for Boston, and especially with Noah Schultz on the mound, 2-5. He's been terrible. Cleveland at Minnesota. Joey Cantillo versus Taj Bradley. 7-3 on both sides of the mound today. 87 degrees, 5 miles an hour going left to right. This should be a pitcher's duel. Give me the first 5 under in this situation. Milwaukee, St. Louis. I said it earlier. This is the second game of a doubleheader today. Michael McGreevy, 3-7 versus Robert Gasser. Oh, my Lord. A tale of 2 turds. Give me the over in this one, or Milwaukee, however you want to play it. Jose Soriano on the mound versus Texas Rangers, and Jacob deGrom, 7-5 with his 3.48 ERA. Texas is a heavy favorite here. I don't like it one bit. Texas should never be, especially with Jacob deGrom on the mound, should never be a -171 favorite, even at home. The over-under at 7. Give me LA Angels plus 1.5 if you can get it. Zach Gallen versus Johnny Brito. Is that his name? He's the primary pitcher for the San Diego Padres today. They are -122 favorites. Last time I checked, Zach Gallen gets hit way too early and way too often. He might not even finish 3 innings today. Give me San Diego or a first spot, maybe a team total San Diego. And actually, who knows what's going on with the pitchers here today. The over-under set to 9. We could see major runs there. Toronto at San Francisco. Spencer Miles versus Trevor McDonald. How are we thinking that this is going to be a 7.5 game? I got really excited about Toronto and San Francisco yesterday, where it was listed at an over-under of 7.5. There's no way that this stays under. Spencer Miles is not a good pitcher. Trevor McDonald is trash. We've got perfect baseball weather, 60 degrees, 15 mile an hour winds going straight out. Give me the over 7.5 in San Francisco. Last but not least, Michael Lorenzen, you're 3-9. You're about to be 3-10. Justin Robleski is going to own you. Give me the LA Dodgers -10.5. Just kidding. -2.5 should do it. But, there's another team that's completely disappointing day after day. LA Dodgers should be blowing teams out. Instead, they just barely win by 1 most often. Anyway, that's the leans for the day. It's a little bit over 5 minutes, so sue me. Anyway, we'll see you on the live on TikTok, which is happening now. You're welcome.